Alright, what's going on everyone? So I decided to try out Unturned. I was a bit hesitant to try this out at first because there's been a few too many early access zombie survival games with sort of like open worlds, but what pushed me to try this one is the fact that it's completely free, so there's no reason not to try it, at least. There's a gold option. You can actually see what that consists of right here. It seems to be largely just cosmetic. It doesn't really seem to be pay to win at all, unlike the War Z, which is good, definitely. Don't know whether or not the upgrades are really going to change over time. I guess we're going to have to see that. It seems to be somewhat early access right now. It's not been out for too long, but yeah, if you want to try it out, it's completely free on Steam, so you may as well just try it. So I'm going to show off the tutorial first. It's a small tutorial level. It just really shows you the basics of the game. Controls and all that. I've rebound some controls though. But what's nice about this is that you do have access to a gun. You can sort of see what the game's about. So you got a rag, which you can bandage with and get held back, a splint, and a Zubeknakov. Let's just say this is a Kalashnikov. Anyways, this tutorial level is just good to show you the very basics of the game. I have not been able to find an AK in the game itself so far. I've played it for about 2 hours. I'm gonna say I'm not too experienced with the game. There's probably a lot I can improve upon. But so far I've had good fun with the game. Now, you might be pushed away by its graphics style. Somewhat reminiscent of Minecraft, of course. But it does have like a cleaner look to it compared to Minecraft, since many of the textures just consist of one color. So it sort of makes it look like Lego Minecraft DayZ. But I gotta say, I was impressed. The zombies, they actually work properly, and they're a real threat to you too. Just gonna shoot these. Those are dead zombies, so shooting them in the head with the AK, they die immediately. Let's go over the status bars first. So the first one is health, of course. If that reaches 0, you are dead. Zombies seem to deduct 10% from your health each time they hit you, and they can hit you relatively fast if they bunch up. So 10 hits and you're dead. Food meter, water meter. So if that reaches 100%, you are probably gonna die. I haven't reached that point yet, but of course you gotta eat and drink in order to deduct from that. They count upwards, not downwards. Radiation. Not entirely sure what causes that, but one would assume if that reaches 100, you're gonna be dead too. And then the one with the voltage, that's your energy or stamina. I'm gonna call it stamina. So if you sprint, that deducts from that. If you jump, that deducts 10% from that. And if that reaches 0, you can't sprint anymore and you can't jump anymore. It says above there, sorry, not enough energy. So you got to watch that stamina meter. I mean, if you run around normally, you're still faster than zombies, but you can't sprint, of course, if that reaches 0. And you can't jump, so you gotta watch out with like windows and stuff. But let's say we jump down here. You see above the health meter that I have broken bones, and I move around slower now. I think at this point zombies can actually catch up with you, so you probably should watch out with that. But in this tutorial level, they give you a splint. So you just equip that. Let's go over the inventory actually. So in inventory right now, 3.25 kilograms out of 5 kilograms. I think at this point, if you don't have a backpack, you can only carry around 4 separate items. So I got the Kalashnikov, the rags, I had the splint, and the 4th item slot didn't contain anything. So this says 1, 2, 3, 4. You can use your 1, 2, 3, 4 keys on your keyboard to equip those items. So I got the AK on 1. And you can shoot the zombies with that. So hotkeys 1, 2, 3, 4 actually work in this game. You just have to press them once. That's good. It's easy to use. So pretty much equip anything you can equip with those keys, and then left click to use them. Then it has crafting. You have some supplies you can place here, and then a tool. And then the result, you can craft it with that, revert it to. So maybe if you craft something, you can actually revert it back to its original supplies. That's pretty interesting. I've not really found out any crafting recipes so far. Then skills. If you kill zombies, you can use the experience points into certain skills, which will improve your characters. So survival, slower starvation, and dehydration, which will probably mean that the percentages don't go up as quickly. If you kill zombies, you get experience points for that, which you can place into that. You see it gets another bar there. which sort of incentivizes you to stay alive. Staying alive so far seems to be a bit difficult, as I've only played the game for about 2 hours, so I'm not really that experienced, but 10 hits from zombies and you are dead, so sort of difficult. Alongside with that, I found bandages, not too easy to find. If you play on normal, you don't actually spawn with any bandages. Well, actually, let's call them rags. I'm gonna call them bandages since I'm used to that. But if you use them, they give you back 5% of your health. So that's how you get your health back. Every zombie hit is 10% off of your health, and since I have not been able to find any of them, it's been sort of difficult staying alive. Zombies are actually a decent threat so far. I've not found a good way to beat them, unlike like Daisy. But yeah, you can drive cars around in this. You can find random cars around the map, and they will have a certain amount of fuel and a certain health status. If you wait for the zombies to bunch up around your car, they can actually destroy it. And as soon as your car is destroyed, you're booted out of the car. You don't explode immediately, although after a while the cars will explode. You can see right there it has a speedometer and a fuel gauge, which is 97%. The cars you're going to find around the map, they will have a significantly lower amount of fuel though. We're going to stop here. As you can see, if you stop your car, the zombies will attack your car and eventually it will damage. This seems to be the case in this tutorial level, but I'm gonna hop on the map soon enough, so this tutorial map right here is pretty much over. This is about it. As I said, the very basics of the game. Not much else. It's the end right there. So let's hop back to the menu. Yeah, it's got very basic graphic settings, pretty much Minecraft style, like smooth. Well, it goes with like proud, shameful, and decent. Easy enough. What seems to be deducting a lot of frames from my game is water. If you put it on proud, it seems to draw away quite a few frames. And again, my card is not really that good. But yeah, other than that, it has some basic settings and some keybinds. Pretty easy. You can customize your characters somewhat. Some of these seem to be like gold upgrade perks. So as I said, gold seems to be cosmetic largely, not pay to win, which is good. Yeah, your character does kind of look like Steve from Minecraft. As I said, it sort of has the Lego look going for it. He looks pretty funny, but showing off the single player. So I'm gonna be playing single player first. I'm gonna try and play some multiplayer later. You can host your own server. You might be able to host it on a Diddy box. I'm not entirely sure about that. It has some very basic settings. So PvP and PvE, pretty straightforward. It has normal, Bambi, and hardcore. Not entirely sure about the difference. With Bambi, you seem to start off with a set amount of gear. On normal, you seem to start off without any gear, and on hardcore, you start off with no gear. Your crosshair is gone, and the percentages from your stats are gone, so you can't see what health percentage you're at. You just have to watch the bars. I'm gonna be playing normal, but yeah, you can host your own server. You can connect to an IP and a port. So there's no server browser I can see right now. That might change at some point, but yeah, you're gonna have to get a friend or somebody to host it for you, or you have to host it yourself and get people to connect to it. So no server browser as of yet. There's two maps, Spy and Arena. Arena seems to be sort of like a Hunger Games map. I'm actually gonna show it up real quick. Okay, maybe not entirely. I spawn in a forest, but what it seems to be is just you spawn in a Stonehenge structure and everything around it just seems to be forest. Not much else. Pi seems to be the main map. So we're gonna play on normal and Pi. Along with the difficulty levels, it seems that zombies can take more damage. It doesn't seem to change your health whatsoever. On all the difficulty settings, still seems like 10 hits and you're dead, which is quite lethal. As I said, the zombies are a decent threat in this game. If they bunch up on you, 10 hits and you are gonna be dead. And getting your health back, not too easy, because you spawn out without any rags whatsoever. So in order to get your health back in this, you're gonna have to find rags. And I haven't found any so far. As I said, I've played this game for 2 hours, so I'm probably not really aware of where all the loot spawns are, but I've not really been able to find any rags to heal myself with. That's somewhat of an issue. I have not found any good way to beat zombies either. The best way so far seems to be to Well, draw him towards you. And you can sort of run backwards and hit him in the face. Headshots with fists seem to do a lot more damage than just body hits. So on normal, it seems to be 5 hits to the head with fists in order to kill 1 zombie. But if you run through a town, you can easily draw about 10 plus of them, which means that they are somewhat hard to deal with. The best way so far seems to be somewhat running backwards and just hitting them in the face. You gotta be careful though, because if they get too close to you, they will hit you. And as I said, 10 hits, you're dead. But we're gonna try and find the nearest town. So yeah, on normal, 5 hits to a zombie's face and they're gonna be dead. I think the military zombies take a bit more damage though. On hardcore, it seemed to be about 7. I'm gonna assume Bambi. The zombies are a bit easier to deal with, but still, you take the same amount of damage nonetheless. With the strafing, you gotta watch out though, because as you can see right there, you can walk backwards and the zombies are slower than you. But if you walk, well, if you strafe, you actually walk significantly slower. So you gotta watch out taking turns in this game, because you got a zombie train behind you and you turn like this, they can actually hit you. So far zombies are a decent threat. They're not unbeatable. Weapons seem to be somewhat difficult to find so far. As I said, I am not too experienced with the game so far, so it could just be me being a noob. But we're gonna go to the nearest settlement right there. I've managed to find some weapons. I've managed to find a shotgun so far. And a pistol. That's about it. Not been able to find an assault rifle. I've looted, so I've been able to find 1 military base. Been able to loot that somewhat. Some towns, I'm not sure what the size of the map is, but as you can see, the graphic style is, of course, somewhat reminiscent of Minecraft. But it has sort of like a more Lego-ish look to it, since the textures are somewhat cleaner. Pretty much just one color. It's definitely got an art style going for it. It might put off some people. I really don't mind it. Okay, I got a pistol here. I'm trying to pick that up. You can kite the zombies. Like for example right here. You can draw them up here and just go down here. Let's see if I actually got ammo. So yeah, these if you find a weapon, they do spawn with ammo. What's actually pretty cool is that you have to toggle the safety option as soon as you find them. This pistol doesn't really do all that much damage, nor do I think I have any extra ammo for it. Actually, never mind, I picked up a magazine there. I think that's called a Swift magazine. As you can see, the zombies are persistent in this, and that magazine only contained 1 round, I think. So don't have any more ammo for the pistol. You can pick up knives, and they do, of course, more damage to the zombies. Seem to be about 3 hits with a knife, and they're dead, which is a tad bit better than the fist. So you can definitely scavenge. You can kite the zombies, as I said. I'm gonna pick up this pistol right here to shoot them. Take the safety option and shoot the zombies. I haven't tried out stealth so far. It might be a good option. So far, the best way to kill zombies seems to be just to like kite them and try and punch for the face. If you play multiplayer, maybe you need to use some teamwork. Get your friend to kite the zombies out of the town. You loot the town, and you both meet up again. As you can see, even if you walk backwards, you gotta watch out that they don't get too close and hit you. Then there's these crawler zombies. They are actually a tad bit more difficult to deal with, because they can actually sneak up on you quite easily. But yeah, you have the barn right here. You can find weapons in this. Not too sure about the loot sponge just yet. As I said, I'm not too experienced with the game. Kind of pickaxe. I think you can mine things with this. I'm not entirely sure, but in the skills menu there is the outdoorsman, which has stronger mining and chopping, which would make one assume that you can mine stones with this thing right here. And then there's an axe too, which you could probably use to cut down trees. I'm not sure though. But yeah, as you see right now, I got 4 items and I can't carry anything more, so I'm gonna drop one of these pistols. Found a backpack, which allows you to have more space. Actually, let's drop this pistol and pick up that one since it has some ammo. So yeah, so far I've not been too good at surviving. I've been trying. Yeah, as I said in the tutorial, there's random cars you can find. Some of them are somewhat damaged. You can see them smoking, which means they can't really take that many hits, but you can still drive them around. They will have a low fuel percentage. I'm gonna assume you are able to find jerry cans or something to fuel them back up, but if the zombies pile up on your car, they will destroy it. You can drive your car over the zombies in order to kill them, which seems to be a decent strategy so far, although it does seem to somewhat damage your car, or they hit the car. I'm not entirely sure about that. Let's see if this pickaxe does some damage against the zombie. Okay. So you have melee weapons, as you can see right there. That didn't take 5 hits, that only took 2 hits. So melee weapons, you definitely want to find one of them. They seem to be quite useful for these zombies. Yeah, so far best strategy in order to kill zombies is to just walk backwards and hit them in the head repeatedly. You still have to watch out though. If you don't pace that right, they will hit you, and if they bunch up on you, they can take down your health quite easily. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna go around the map and try and find some interesting weapons or things to show off. I'm gonna try and find a car soon. Maybe show off some of the building materials. There's certain items you can find in this which you can actually place down. I've not been able to find any crafting recipes so far. There's probably a wiki out there which shows off some crafting recipes, but this shows right here, supply tool, and then you can get a result from that and craft it. I don't think you need to find a recipe, you just need to find the right supplies and tools in order to create something. Also kind of want to find some rags in order to get my health back, to show that off. As you can see right here, 23 and 28, food and hydration, 12% radiation. You seem to get a radiation amount if you get hit by zombies. There's probably some kind of medicine you can take in order to deduct from that. Sort of like Fallout style, I guess. Rad-X, if you ever played that game. Yeah, I actually played this right here myself. It seems that the map is persistent, because I played this for about 2 hours. I actually placed that spike trap right there. And I walked on it myself, but you can actually kite the zombies into that, which is quite useful. Machete, we'll take that actually. Gonna drop the pickaxe. Take the machete. But yeah, blowtorch, duct tape, probably all crafting recipes. You can pick up those spikes right there and just place them on the floor. So use the hotkeys to equip them into your hands, and then you can just place them down on the floor. Actually, I will take the chainsaw over the machete. I can actually find a lot of good loot here. And cabbage seeds, which are probably quite useless. Don't know whether or not each uses fuel. I don't see a fuel gauge anywhere, but yeah, I do like a chainsaw. Chainsaws are good. And a magazine. Let's drop the buckshot. Seems that the Swift magazine is used in the Colt. Not too sure about that. Yeah. So for the pistol, the Colt pistol, you can use Swift magazines. These are civilian bullets. Not sure what that is used in. I dropped buckshot right there. There is a shotgun, as I said before. Yeah, we're doing okay right here. I still gotta find some bandage. There's a snare right there, which you can probably use for some crafting recipe. You can see right there, I couldn't jump over that because my energy was too low. So if you kite zombies into that barn right there and you want to jump out the window, you gotta make sure you have enough energy. So don't sprint too much, because as I said, if they bunch up on you, you're gonna be dead soon. But yeah, not too sure how big the map is. I do recognize certain areas, so the map might not be awfully big. Still decent size though. I've come across a couple of towns and they looked alright. So I'm gonna try and find a town to loot, get some other weapons perhaps. Kind of want to find like an assault rifle, so I'm going to try and get to the military camp. As you can see right here, there is a fair amount of zombies that spawn in towns. I haven't tried out stealth. It might be a good option actually, but if you just run through a town, you actually aggro quite a few of them. You just basically got to watch out for the crawler zombies. Now you can't hear the zombies' footsteps, so if you're not careful, they can actually sneak up on you and kill you. I think I've actually been here before. Found a shotgun last time in that police station over there. So right there, the zombies hit the car and it booted me out, so I think it's gonna explode soon. But yeah, as you can see right there, if you're not careful, zombies can actually deduct quite a bit of health from you very quickly. And within one hit, I'm gonna be dead, so yep. As you can see, zombies are a real threat. And they are persistent. I'm not sure, actually, I should probably try this out, see whether or not you can actually escape the aggro. I'm pretty sure you can, since you can already run faster than zombies and you can sprint too, so I think you can escape aggro on foot. You can definitely escape it in cars, I have tried that, but on foot, I'm not sure yet. I should probably go try that out. But yeah, if you're not pushed away by its graphics, this game is probably gonna run a heck of a lot better than, for example, Daisy Standalone. It's not trying to look realistic at all. It's got the Minecraft / Lego thing going on. I had to tone down the water, but I'm running at a solid 60 frames at this point, so that's definitely a lot better than Daisy Standalone. If you probably tone down the graphic settings, you can get a lot more frames, so this game is probably a lot more accessible to people with low-end PCs. Daisy is still very much so CPU intensive, so it's probably a reason why people are probably going to try out this game. And it's also free, so there's no reason not to try it out. So I think there's going to be a certain appeal to this game. I'm going to try and get her some more gear. I'm sort of disappointed that I died. So as I said, this seems to be about the best way of killing them if you don't have a weapon. But if they bunch up around you, you're gonna have to take out the entire train, and 5 hits for each zombie with the amounts of times you are probably gonna mess up means you're probably gonna die before you achieve in killing all of them. Now I found a piece of clothing right here, so just equip that and please die you. Doesn't seem to carry around any more inventory slots. For that you're gonna have to find a backpack, I do think. We are gonna loot this town. I'm gonna try and drive around one of those cars right there. Actually I haven't shown that off in the tutorial level, but you have the AK. If you press T, it actually does like a little weapon customization thing. I got a golf club right here. Probably not able to show that off with this. Nope. If you press T, it does like the crisis thing where it shows your weapon and there's like different things you can change. So for example, barrel, sights and all that. Definitely taken directly from Crisis, which is not a bad thing. But you can definitely see that this game has drawn some inspiration from other games. Nonetheless, this game itself is enjoyable so far. It's also pretty challenging so far. As you may have seen, zombies do pose a threat, so trying to beat them, still have to get better at it. And get some cloth right here. I think you should be able to craft bandages out of this somehow. I have not found out how so far. I should probably look that up, but you can't equip the cloth to bandage yourself. I think what you gotta do is you gotta equip a cloth, maybe a tool, and you should be able to craft it into bandages somehow. As I said, not sure how. I should probably look up how to do that, because I gotta get back some health. The only way I've seen so far you can get back health is by, well, bandaging yourself. Yeah, like this. Actually jump through the window and they will follow you around. They can't go around the window post, so that's actually sort of like a way you can kite zombies. Now, you gotta watch your energy status, but let's get these zombies to follow me around here. It's like that. You can jump through the window post and they will follow you around. You can jump through this window post and will follow you around, so you can use that in order to avoid zombies. But looting a town with a zombie kite behind you, as I said, you can't hear the footsteps. It's sort of difficult, and I don't have enough energy, so I'm gonna die there. So as I said, you gotta watch your energy meter if you're gonna try and kite zombies by jumping through window posts. You definitely have to make sure you're not sprinting too much, because yeah.